And now they're all really excited for me. They can't wait to see me coming back and getting my life back again. I'm Leanne and I came to Fi Clinica for a hip replacement. Well, I'm a mum of 4. I live in Wales and I first noticed pain several years ago and it became evident that I needed something doing. Unfortunately, I was referred at the beginning of the COVID crisis in Wales in January 2020, and by January 2023 I was taking a lot of painkillers. My movements were so restricted and my life was so restricted that when they told me in Wales in February of this year that I could expect to wait another 5 years for my hip replacement, I decided to look elsewhere. And I'd heard fantastic reports about Fi Clinica through some people on Facebook with a group, Orthopedic Surgery in Lithuania. The first time I think I started to feel pain and discomfort was around 2016. So quite a long time ago. I was working in a local country pub and I tripped over the dog, and I put it down to that for a long time. But when it didn't go away at all and it got increasingly more painful, I started to see the doctor, and the first response I was getting was, I'm too young to be in that sort of pain. And I felt discredited somewhat. I had to go back. I felt that they weren't acknowledging the fact I was in so much pain. And I really did have to fight for quite a few months. And it was only in January 2020, having had some x-rays done, finally, because they didn't even do x-rays before that, they said I was bone on bone, and that GP said, no wonder you're in so much pain. So I kind of felt validated then. And then he said, you're going to need a total hip replacement. And in my innocence and naivety, I thought that would happen rather quickly. But 3 years later, nothing at all. It was actually the beginning of this year, 2023. I started considering coming abroad because I was told by my consultant secretary to expect to wait another 5 years to have the procedure done in Wales. By this point, the amount of painkillers I was taking every day had gone through the roof. They still weren't really having an effect. And I just felt my quality of life was so very poor that waiting 5 years wasn't an option for me. I was very lucky that my father-in-law gave me a lot of the money towards it. But yeah, that's what made me decide I wasn't going to wait another 5 years. And I'd also heard such great reports from people I know locally to me. I was very surprised how many people in my little village in Clydach had travelled to Lithuania to have the procedure. And seeing their experiences and hearing their experiences certainly gave me the confidence to book. I chose Fi Clinica because of a lady called Michelle and her husband Steve that travelled here. I think you featured them on one of your videos as well. I got to know her through the Facebook group. She doesn't live that far from me in Wales, and she highly recommended you. So I started doing my research. I did briefly consider another clinic in Lithuania, but I just preferred what I saw and the response I got from my customer representative, Karina, who was just amazing. There wasn't one question that was too stupid for her, and I think I did ask a lot of daft questions initially, but the response was amazing. She came back to me the same day, usually within a few hours, and gave me all the help and the confidence I needed to book. When I decided that I needed to get my hip done and looked at Lithuania as an option, actually the thought of coming abroad didn't really bother me, even though I haven't been abroad in a very, very long time. I was so reassured by what I'd seen, the research I'd done, the people I spoke to, that it didn't really scare me. I was very confident in the procedure. I probably had little nerves about getting lost in the airport in Lithuania, taxis not turning up, but everything went so smoothly, just as promised. So I would encourage anybody not to worry. The other thing I really liked is the fact that I get the chance to go to UPA after it, because in the UK, even if you pay, you get 2 days in hospital and then you're at home to do it on your own. You might get a sheet of exercises. And I think you have to be very strong-willed to do that after 2 days. So I'm really relishing the chance to have an intensive physiotherapy course to get me back on my feet, so to speak. I had a varied reaction from my friends and relatives when I told them I was going to go abroad, ranging from the "are you completely crazy" to "why would you want to go and do that? What's wrong with this country? Why don't you pay for it here?" And then when I explained the price difference and what I would actually get in the package of coming here as opposed to paying privately, and I explained that I'd done my research, I showed them the videos as well, encouraged them to look at everything so they weren't too worried. They know I'm pretty independent, so there's no changing my mind when I've set it, that's for sure. And now they're all really excited for me. They can't wait to see me coming back and getting my life back again. So when I booked at the beginning of the year, I decided that I really didn't want to jeopardize the surgery by being too overweight. I knew that would be an issue, my BMI. So I was 15 stone 7 in January, and I've managed to lose 2 stone 10 pounds. I was hoping to do 3 stone before I came out, but I didn't quite make it. I wanted to do that. I thought maybe initially it would help with the pain. As it is, it hasn't, but I'm quite sure it will definitely help with the recovery. I've also been doing pre-surgery exercises that you do on your bed, physiotherapy, pre-op things, and doing what I can in the garden as well, just to make sure I keep what muscles I've got left as strong as possible. It was so easy to communicate with the clinic, even though I was in a different country. It literally started from me filling a form on the website, saying what I was interested in, and I think I got a response back the same afternoon. So very, very easy, very straightforward. And the whole process was, everything was set out very, very clearly, all the prices. I knew exactly what I was paying for each section months ago. So it was really easy then to feel comfortable about going in every respect and just focus on the surgery, not worry about all the other bits and pieces. My first impressions of Fi Clinica when I was driven up the drive by the Bolt taxi was, wow. My second was, I hope they're not expecting me to play tennis. The building is amazing. When you walk in I got the lift up into the reception area, it's clean, it's modern. It has the most beautiful paintings on the walls, which I believe show the clinic's inspiration and communication that they want to have with their clients. I would recommend Fi Clinica to absolutely anybody, not just for orthopedic, but having seen the facilities here for dentistry, for aesthetic reasons. I'm so blown away. I've never seen anything quite like it in the UK, that's for sure. And I wouldn't hesitate in recommending that anybody comes here for whatever procedure they need.